Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was rewatching a lot of Wendigo's conspiracy theory stuff, and one of the things that caught my attention was the Comic Con recruitment, right? And I believe he was talking about how like Comic Con was being kind of used as like a place to recruit, as in like human trafficking. Well, come to present day, and July the 30th, so the day before, uh, proven to be true. A dozen people were suspected and arrested, and 10 were rescued. Right, and the thing about it is, Comic Con is one of the biggest convention in America. Right, there's obviously with the Comic Con San Diego, and then there's Comic Con New York. Right, so the California authority did a sting operation, holding look, and there was a bunch of people who were being human trafficked. Right, and it's kind of sad actually, because now the things that were viewed as fun and entertaining, now are, have these kind of things. And given that the last couple of days is these kind of topics have been more and more rising up, it's scaring people. Now, a part of me found it interesting because when Wendigo made that video, and particularly that caught my interest to the point where I tried to look that up, and there wasn't really much I can find until now. And I think that conspiracy theory was proven correct, which is sad actually. As I said, it's one of the biggest conventions, and who knows what else has been going on these conventions. Actually, who knows how long this has been going on? Right? If they did a sting operation, they must have known that something was going on, because this is a potential risk. Right? There is thousands of people that go to these conventions, and at any moment, a kid or two can be vulnerable. Right? Maybe a parent went to the bathroom, and maybe the parent told the kid to stay outside. That's not what you're supposed to do. Even if maybe if they're a teen, all right. But if they're a little kid and you have them outside, someone's gonna whoop take them, and you know, and who knows what else, right? We don't know if any of the directors, any plan coordinators, anybody else were involved. And the thing is, this may even relate to something like Comic Con. It's in the West. Like, obviously it said there's two Comic Cons, one in the East, one in the West. Well, the one in the West is in like California, and California, what's also in California, Hollywood. Now, I'm not trying to spread that conspiracy theory. I'm not really trying to, but I think there could be more proof, because as time goes on, I feel like there may be proof for it. And as we're witnessing, because again, Hollywood has been known for its far back in the 20s and 30s. And with Comic Con now being, a target of this, we may start seeing more of this in different conventions. We don't know like what else has happened. Like anime conventions may be targeted next for these sting operations, because there's a lot of kids that go to these conventions as well with their parents or family or their sibling, and there are some sick people that will use that chance to either do some things, right? And we don't even know, maybe with the whole like lolly situation coming up again, like some people are freaks, they're horrible people that would do that kind of stuff. I would say if you're going to the convention, just be careful, keep an eye out for those who are vulnerable. You know, thank God 10 people were rescued, but how many were not rescued? How many were victims? How many were, are lost to history? And if, I feel like California, authorities probably known about this for a while, but they couldn't. It's one of those things where they had suspicions, there may be clues, but there was no. They just couldn't go in right off the bat, right? Because then they would have looked bad on them, right? But I see that now it's like who's next? Which convention is next? Because this happened in California. The next one's in New York, and New York has a lot of people living in there, and so I think don't be surprised if this is happening. Do not be surprised if this is going on. And it's funny how that one video, only a couple minutes, couple seconds, couple minutes, that wouldn't go cover, now been proven to be right. And it could have been right for the longest period of time, and now now we're witnessing it all. Amidst of a lot of, situation with people with kids. We're gonna use that to disrespect in Chris Tyson. But until then, be safe and have a good night, y'all.